Hello everyone, this is Eric with Pro Tools Expert, and this is my review of Transistor Revolution, a Kontakt library by Wave Alchemy. Let's begin with a little background. The TR-808 rhythm composer was produced by Roland from 1981 to 1984. The original unit did not have MIDI, but it offered the Roland DIN sync in or out. It offered 16 sounds, 12-voice polyphony, and both multi-outputs and a master output at 2 levels. Additional jacks were provided for pedal switches and for trigger outputs. The sounds were created using analog synthesis. The sounds are distinctive but don't sound like real drums. When the Lindrum machines appeared, some thought the TR-808 was doomed, but never went away. Today it has a huge resurgence, particularly with some genres, like house, techno. But while there are additional controls on some of the instruments, the primary controls are all for levels and patterns. The onboard pattern sequencer could store 64 patterns and 12 songs. Tempo and shuffle controls were also available. The TR-909 rhythm composer followed the TR-808 and it was produced by Roland from 1984 to 1985. The TR-909 had both MIDI and Roland's DIN sync. Like the TR-808, it offered 12-voice polyphony with multiple outputs and a master output, in stereo though. The TR-909 offered a cartridge slot for a memory cartridge, as well as connections for tape that could be used to back up the patterns and songs. The TR-909 actually had fewer sounds than the TR-808, but it did provide more control over some of the available sounds. The onboard pattern sequencer could store 96 patterns and 8 songs. Transistor Revolution is an instrument library for use with Native Instruments Kontakt 5 or Kontakt Player 5. According to Wave Alchemy, about 2 years of development and over 22,000 carefully crafted samples went into the making of this product. It actually consists of separate Kontakt instruments for each instrument represented on each of the original machines. The Revolution 808 is made up of 10 instruments. They can be loaded individually or as a multi. The instruments include bass drum, claves or rimshot, cowbell, cymbal, high conga or high tom, hi-hats, low conga or low tom, maracas or hand clap, mid conga or mid tom, and the snare drum. The Revolution 909 is made up of 10 instruments as well. Like the 808, they can be loaded individually or as a multi. On the Revolution 909, the instruments are bass drum, crash cymbal, hand clap, hi-hat, high tom, low tom, mid tom, ride cymbal, rimshot, and snare drum. The GUI for each instrument provides a faithful representation of the controls from the original machine, then adds some additional functionality. One note of some importance is that as a Kontakt instrument library, the user is provided with incredibly flexible control over the sounds, but part of the lure of the TR-808 and TR-909 is in their built-in pattern sequencers. There's no pattern sequencer within the Kontakt player, so you'll have to do your sequencing in your DAW or with an external sequencer. Some great processing is available within Transistor Revolution that wasn't available on the original machines though. For many, this will be the best way you can get authentic sounds from a TR-808 or TR-909. The prices on eBay these days for a mint-conditioned used Roland TR-808 or TR-909 can be over $3,000. So this is a bargain. Okay, let's give it a listen. So what do I think? Well, I think Wave Alchemy's done a great job with this. Great authentic sound, great value. So I'd encourage you to go to their website where you can hear some demos. I make some pretty lame beats myself, but you can hear in context some great demos and check out the instrument. A lot more information there. I definitely think it's worth consideration. I think there's certain styles of music where this is truly iconic. But I think some of the sounds, some of these instruments alone would be worth the purchase price, and you hear them pop up in all kinds of music these days. So I give a thumbs up. Till I see you again, this is Eric from Pro Tools Expert.